This is my path, and this is the mode R. So here I created one file object to read this debug.txt file. This debug.txt file is this. It contains 4 lines. Then I'm going to read this file. This is a separated test file. It is located in this path. Then I'm going to read this debug.txt from my Python. So you already know that how to read that. Syntax is file object dot read. Then the read function read the whole data as a string. Then I need to save that string in a data variable. Then I'm going to print that. Print data. So if you run this program, you already know that you will get a whole data. This is my same thing. Did you see that this all data is displaying here in my Python program? So did you see that the /n character, that is end of line character, is not displaying here? Next, if I'm going to use read line, so without argument, you already know that it will return the first line. So what is the first line here? Python is a general purpose programming language, comma. Then this first line will return, this function return the first line of the debug.txt file. It is saved, then it is saved in data file, data variable. Then I'm going to print the data. Save. This one, Python is a general purpose programming language, comma. This is my first sentence, this one. Okay, sorry, first line, not sentence, first line. So I'm going to, then I need to display this second line. You need to use write this one again. Then data, instead of this, data 1. So first time it will read the first line, then second time it will read the second line stored in data 1. So here instead of this I'm going to display control data 1. Then what is the output? You already know this one. So it can be used for many things. This is my second line, right? So it can be used for many things. Then I need to display the third line. The same thing. Again use readline. Then first readline give first line, second readline give second line, third readline give third line. So I need to this data 2. So I'm going to display this data 2 here. Then I'm going to run this program. It will display the third line. This is my Python is used for web development, AI, machine learning, operating system. This is my third line, right? Third line. So using a read line, you can display the file content line by line. So instead of this, you can use another method. While data, then first you write data is equal to any value, data is equal to any value, true. Okay, data is equal to true, true. Then while true, read the read line. Here, while the value of data is true, that is while true, that is the condition is true, then read the read line. So first time it will read a first line, it will save it in data, then I'm going to print that data. Print data. Then I'm going to save this program. Then I'm going to run this program. Did you see that? You will get the whole content of the data. Whole content of the data using a read line method. So how is possible? That is, the first time the data value is true. So while condition is true, then it will read the first line, it will save it to data. Then print the first line. Second time the data value is true or not. So something is inside other than 0. Other than 0, it is treated as a true. So data contain first line. So it contain the first line. So it will be true. So that's the main thing. If the data variable containing 0 or data contain data is equal to false. In this condition, this is the break-in condition. If the data becomes 0, then it will be false. 0 and false are equal. 1 and true, then any value is true. So here, something is inside this data, that is first line is inside the data. So the value not 0, the value not false. So at that time, what happened? This data value should be true. So the condition of the data should be true means data value should be 1 or any value. Okay, 1, then data true, or data is equal to any value. Okay, any string value, anything, any string, anything, any value. These three conditions, we can commonly say that the data value is true. Then in these two conditions, we can say that data value is a false. Okay, so in this condition, the data contain first line, right? So data value contain something, some string. So it is true. So while true, then again it will read the second line. Then print the second line. Again go third line. Condition is true. Again read third line. Print third line. Again read fourth line. Then print fourth line. Then after fourth line, what happened? It will read the fifth line. So what is anything inside this fifth line? Anything? No, that is null. That is nothing there. That is 0. Okay, that is 0. At that time, data value is 0. After the fourth line, then this Python program try to read the fifth line. So what is the fifth line? Fifth line contain nothing. That is 0 or null. Okay, you can say that it is also null. N-U-L-L. Null means nothing inside. Okay, data contain null. So at that situation, what happened? This is also false. Data is equal to null, false. Data is equal to false, also false. Data is equal to 0, also false. In these conditions, data will be false. In these conditions, data will be true. Then if the Python try to read the fifth line, there is no fifth line, at that time the data value should be null. That is nothing there. Okay, then null means what? Null means false. So while false. this while loop will be execution is over at that time. As long as the value of data is true, as long as this loop will execute. When this data value become false, then it will stop the execution. So if the Python read the fifth line, the value will be null. So while data value null means false, it will stop the execution, it will come outside the while loop. Understand? So this is the way how to display whole content of the data using read line method. Read line method. So I'm going to display how it's working. Okay, now I'm going to take another examples. Then here, next program, this is my first line. So I need first line. So here this is my first line. For a better understanding, okay, I'm going to, this is my first line. Python is A. Okay, Python is A. So what is the output of this program? What is the output of this program? It will display the first line, right? It will display the first line. So sorry, I'm not save this file, that's why it is displaying like that. If I save, then if I run again this program, Python is A. Did you see that? Python is A. So I'm going to find the length of that string. So this is a string. Readline retain data as a string. So I'm going to print the length of that data. len of data. Then I'm going to save this program. Len of data. Then len is 12. Len is 12. I'm going to count P1, Y2, T3, H4, O5, N6, space 7, I8, 9S, space 10, A11. Up to here A11 only. So how it's become 12? Because of what is the end of line character? That is /n. /n is also counted as a character. That why it become 12. Otherwise it will become 11. Right? 11. There is a invisible /line here. Here it is also counted as a character. That why 1, 2, 3 Python 5 word, 6, 7, 8. Python 6 word, then space 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, then 1 /n character. That why it is display 12. I think you understand this concept. Then next. So the two program we already learned that how to read whole content of the data using read line. Then how to find the length of the sentence using read line. So question maybe come like this: write a program to display find the length of the first line. Okay, find the length of the first line. So what is the length of the first line according to our program? Length of the first line is 12, but actually it was 12. No, it is 11 because one /n is counted as a character. That's why it's display 12. Actually, what is the length of first line? It is 11. So from using this method, you can find the length of the line. Then next, the third question: how to write a program to count how many lines are present in a text file. How many lines are present in a text file? Here, how many lines are present? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many lines are present in a text line? So how? It is very easy. So here, data obj.readlines. Readlines retain the content of the data as a list. So first line should be the first list item, second line should be the second list item. You already know that. Second list item here. This is first line is the first list item, second line should be second list item, third line should be third list item, fourth line should be fourth list item, then fifth line should be fifth list item. Then each line, if the file contain 5 lines, then the list contain 5 items. So how to find how many lines are present in a text file? Just print the length of the list. Just print the length of the list. It is easy. Here, did you see that? This is the first line, right? This is the first line. So this is the second line. Then this is the third line. Because of slash n, you can see the slash n. Then this is the fourth line, this one. Then this is the fifth line. So each line, first line should be the first list item, second line should be the second list item, third line should be the third list item, fourth line should be the fourth list item. So how many total items are here? 5. Then how many lines are present in the test file? 5. So this is the